guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rose and this is Adelina. My guest today, or this morning, or tonight, it's currently, what time is it?
2:31 a.m. They can't see that.
Just, there we go, even though it's backwards.
How do we
Flip it upside down.
That wouldn't fix it.
Oh wait, what the heck?
Not my
there's
power
a button
button.
right there, okay.
Now it's upside down and backwards.
Yeah, well, okay, well, you get it. It's 2:31 a.m. Almost a 3 a.m. video, but not quite. So, we're gonna be making a little bit spooky. As you can tell, we're all comfortable because we're gonna be reacting to Mr. Nightmare's Hotel Horror Stories.
Wow.
Wow!
I'm tired.
I'm tired too, but you know, crackheads and such. Okay. Anyways, let's get into the video. Ooh.
Spooky.
Okay guys, we got our spooky vibes going on. We got the red LEDs in the background. We got the candle vibes. Ooh. Smells pretty good though. That's what it is. Island breeze. Got the
Breeze.
our magic ready watch. Fire. Wait, but not my flame. Okay, anyways. Well, so let's get into the video. Hotel Horror Stories. Sounds like something
This happened in the summer, and I believe I was about 12 at the time. I was staying in a hotel in a fairly large city with my mom and my younger brother. We were visiting other extended family, but chose not to stay in their house. My brother is younger than me by a decent amount, so I was usually told to keep an eye on him. On the day we arrived, my mom told me to do just that while she checked us in and received our room card. So, my brother and I sat down on a couch in the lobby and relaxed a little bit. While we were sitting, a man in about his mid-40s walked into the hotel. The couch was facing the hotel doors, so I got a good look at him. I remember that he was very average looking. Describing his features in detail could generate several different images. The guy comes in and sits on the couch opposite ours. I didn't think anything of it until I realized that he didn't go up to the counter first. He just came in and sat down. It made me feel a little uncomfortable. Maybe I was being a bit paranoid, but I thought he might have followed us in. Thankfully, my mom called us over and told us that our room was ready. We left the lobby and went to our room. Shortly afterwards, we left the hotel to go meet family. I forgot about the man for the rest of the day. We returned at about 7, and my mom told us that we could go swimming in the hotel pool.
Oh, I love swimming.
We all went to our room, changed, and went to the pool. A few minutes after we got into the water, the same man from before walked in and sat down. He was wearing jeans and a sweater, so he definitely wasn't going swimming. Again, we didn't think much of it until I could see that my mom was visibly worried. She pointed him out to me.
So first off, if I saw the same guy from earlier looking all creepy, watching us swim, I'd be like, nah, I'm out, bro.
Well, like, in the beginning, he just walked into the hotel.
Well, yeah, but didn't they say he looked like a little bit suspicious or creepy or something like that?
No, they said he looked average.
Oh, yeah. Well, either way, if you see the same person twice, what is the chances of, like, I get, like, you see them, and,
What?
No, okay. I get, like, you see them in the first time, but, like, the fact that they come in and just sit there in the pool area just randomly not going swimming. And it's not like it's an outdoor pool, it's an indoor pool, and you're just sitting there
He could have had
from
kids
people
swimming.
earlier. They just said he was by himself.
Oh. I missed that part.
That's definitely creepy. But let's continue.
And she said that if he didn't leave within 5 minutes, we needed to go back to our rooms. 5 minutes passed and he was still there, so we got our things and left. By then, it was close to 8 o'clock. We had brought a rented movie to watch, so we planned to watch that and go straight to bed. I noticed that my mom was a little on edge because of the man who had been watching us, and I got a little more worried myself, too. Halfway through the movie, my mom got up to get into the shower. While she was in there, someone knocked on the door and said, "Housekeeping." I thought it was weird that the cleaning staff would come this late, but we needed another towel, so I answered the door. I wish I hadn't been so stupid. There was the same creepy man. He gave me a smile and a little wave. I just stood there, kind of motionless. My mind automatically went to the worst possible situation: kidnapping, rape, torture, etc. I heard the water in the shower turn off. He stood there as well for a moment, and then he spoke. "How was your swim?"
Ew.
At that moment, my mom came out of the shower, saw the man at the door, pulled me back, and slammed the door. She locked it. Then she called the front desk from our hotel phone to report the guy. I told her to just call the police, but she didn't listen. She then requested we switch rooms. I then heard footsteps stomping down the hallway away from our room. Thankfully, the guy had left. After that, we switched hotel rooms and didn't see the guy again during our stay.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that does make me uncomfortable. Like, what if somebody in the hotel just, like, straight follows you to your room? Like,
How was your swim? I don't understand.
some people...
Whack.
Some people are just creepy. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Okay. Just saying sorry, we're both really tired right now, but we're up here making this a video, you know what I mean? Okay, but anyways.
It's almost 3.
But anyways, what was going through that guy's head?
Which guy?
The guy that opened the door, saying for his housekeeping. Housekeeping never comes out late, and it even says in one of those little hotel cards.
Well, he was like 12.
But still, don't open the door for strangers. Your parents.
It's gonna be stupid.
Anyways, next video. Next video.
New year. Head to Wix and start building your professional website today. I'll show you how. First,
I want to make a website.
start.
Have you ever gotten an uneasy feeling staying in a hotel room, especially by yourself? Likely
Never.
not, and I
No,
also
by
doubt you've ever been in a hotel
It's
room by
creepy.
yourself. But when I was a kid, I always got scared sleeping in hotel rooms. I would always keep looking back at the dark corners of the room every 20 seconds, thinking there would be somebody standing there. My fear not only drove me crazy, it drove my parents crazy, as I would always insist that I would sleep between them until I was around 9 or 10 years old. Anyway, eventually I had to grow up, or at least give off the impression, and started sleeping in my own bed or sharing the bed with my sister. Now I'm 24 years old, living on my own, and have to take a lot of business-related trips for my job. On one particular out-of-town trip, I was staying at a Comfort Inn in North Carolina, with all the expenses paid by my job, of course. I was in the area for a meeting with an office in a different town, and the inn was my home for the night. It was across the street from some big car dealership. That's all I remember about the surroundings. Anyway, I was off the next day, so I could look forward to just relaxing in the hotel and watching a couple movies. I was ironically watching the first Saw movie, and I swear, during the scene where Adam was hearing sounds in his apartment, my childhood paranoia started to come back for a bit, as I thought I heard little crackling type noises coming from inside the closet.
Ew.
Being 24, I told myself that I had to get over this nonsensical childish fear. I simply raised the volume on the movie and tried to ignore it. At the same time, I popped 2 sleeping pills into my mouth so that I'd be wiped out by the time the movie was over. Eventually, I flipped off the TV and rolled over onto my side to finally get some shut-eye. That was when the crackling noises became apparent again.
No.
It wasn't constant or anything. It was just like once every minute or so I'd hear this crackling type noise that I just can't describe coming from the closet. It wasn't happening too frequently to really bother me, and the sleeping pills were knocking me out at that point, so I was out within like 10 minutes. The next thing I remember, I awoke to the sound of cloth being rustled around. I sprang to an upright position, but it was literally too dark to even see within a few feet in front of me. After I flipped on the bedside light, there I saw somebody dressed in all black with a hood over his head, probably 6'5", 250 pounds, rummaging through my bag. I screamed at the top of my lungs, and in response, he fled the room. He had stolen my wallet and my watch, but he had also created a lasting memory that only digs deeper into a very large childhood fear of mine. I have never heard a story about anything like this on the news or anything, so for something like this to happen to a person like me, somebody who had such an odd, specific fear as a child, was simply catastrophic to me.
Quiero el nuevo iPhone. ¿Ya sabes cuál es la
Wow.
mejor compañía? ¿Cuál es?
That's
¿Y qué me puedes
weird.
dar?
Like, was he just waiting in the room until someone checked it out?
He had to steal like a card or something, because the only way you could get hands on cards like that is if like you make a copy or you steal them or you're like or you work there. But how could you fall asleep during a horror movie?
Because he took 2 sleeping pills.
Well, yeah, I know, and he turned it off. But like, even if I did take sleeping pills like that, I would have to change it before I went to sleep. I couldn't just straight watch. Like, I love horror movies, but I couldn't just like sit there and watch a horror movie and be like, oh, I'm gonna peacefully go to sleep.
I can sometimes. But like,
Well,
even,
yeah,
not,
I mean,
not even just a scary movie. Like, as soon as I would hear something in the closet, I'd be like, yee, I'm out.
'Cause-
like, what?
Yeah, because my mind runs wild. Because when I watch a horror movie and I go to sleep, I don't know, it's just me. Like,
What?
I could watch horror movies all
Oh.
day, but I have to watch at least a few minutes of a good, like, regular show for me to go to
Regular
sleep. Or my mind will be running wild, and next thing you know, the Grudge is chasing me in my nightmares. Yep, but that's.
But he was going through his bed, not even like his bag. I just think it's whack.
That is really weird. I don't think I would ever want to stay in a hotel room by myself. That's just...
Unless it's like a good hotel. Like,
Yeah, but you know, you always have those, like, those chances that those creepy people are gonna follow you
Yeah.
and break into your hotel room somehow.
I always need a buddy.
Alright.
When I was 17, I started to develop some beef with my dad, who's a huge hothead. Tensions would grow worse through the years, and it got to the point that I would commonly have to leave for the night after getting into huge fights with my dad about personal things that I won't talk about. Sometimes I would stay at a friend's house or check into a hotel. It was May 9th, 2015. I was 21 years old, and after another huge scene back at home with my dad, I had to get out of there for my own good. I checked into a nearby hotel, the Quality Inn and Suites. It was literally half a mile from my house. I'd be throwing away a little less than $100 for it, but I had nowhere else to go. It was early this time around. Usually these outbursts happen around nighttime. It was like 4 o'clock, so I decided to just hang out by the outdoor pool and clear my head. It was funny, I was the only one around in this hotel. The pool was empty, the hallways were empty, even the lobby was empty, except for, of course, the desk worker. Then again, it was only May, and it wasn't like we lived in some huge vacation destination of a town. My room was in the middle of the hall on the 2nd floor. I had no idea why they'd given me that room, since it seemed like I was one of the only few people staying in the hotel. I hung out in my room after the pool for a bit. That's when there was a very light tapping on the door. I waited for someone to yell housekeeping, but they never did. Therefore, I ignored it. And to my surprise, even though I had the do not disturb sign on the door handle, I heard the beep of the lock on the door, and then I heard the door slowly opening. I called out, no thank you, not right now. I couldn't see the employee at the door because there was a wall that blocked the view of the door from the bed. There was a pause, and I repeated myself, growing a bit curious. Suddenly, the door slammed shut. It actually startled me. I got up to actually go follow them and tell them that was rude. When I stepped into the hall, I looked to my right. Nobody. I looked to my left, and at the end of the hall, I saw the right leg of a woman turning the left corner further down the hall before disappearing. How did she get there so fast, I wondered. I ran down to the end of the hall, and that's when I heard another door closing. When I turned the corner, nobody. Just maybe 20 closed, unoccupied hotel doors. I was so confused and honestly a bit freaked out. I went down to the front desk to complain about the rude employee. The woman at the counter said that must be Rosa. She said she would question her about slamming the door later on. I thanked the woman and then went out to eat at the nearby TGI Fridays down the road. When I got back to the room, I was on the phone talking to my mom, who said that I shouldn't come back because my dad was still super pissed. I entered my room and told her how depressed I was with all this fighting bullshit, and she understood. When I hung up, it was only 8 o'clock. I wanted the night to be over. I brushed my teeth, watched a little TV, and went to sleep at around 9 o'clock. I awoke to a noise. At first, I didn't know what it was. I rubbed my eyes, sat up, and listened.
You have to let him in.
There was somebody standing at the left edge of my bed, towering over me. I screamed and felt like throwing up at the same time. It was a dreadful, horrifying feeling. The person then grabbed around my throat and started repeating the words, "You piece of shit." It was an older woman with a weak grip. I was able to escape easily. I ran to the door of the room. I heard her following me, but she stopped at the door when I ran down the halls to the front desk. The woman at the front desk admitted that one of the employees had lost one of her master keys that had access to all of the rooms in the hotel, something they were obligated to report to the head of the hotel. I was furious. Of course, I got a refund, gave some info to the cops, and then went home that night, where my dad actually showed something close to sympathy after I explained what happened. Ever since, I've actually never had to leave the house for the night, and I hope it stays that way. Oh yeah, and I have absolutely no idea whatever became of that crazy nutcase woman that tried to kill me.
Huh.
Wow.
Straight up strangled him.
Shouldn't that be like a first sign of something being wrong with the hotel? That should be the very first thing one of the employees or managers or something should tell anybody if they're staying at that hotel.
Especially if he's like one of the only people at the hotel.
That's another sign though. You think like even like it's in May. I don't know like what part of May, but that's pretty much summertime, so that's like when people start taking their vacations and stuff. So
He said he wasn't a very vacation place though.
true.
It could have been like
You still want to
Kansas.
think that like maybe like 1 or 2 people would be staying at the hotel, but
Well,
it
he didn't say he was the
still
only
empty.
one, but
Yeah.
yeah. But that's interesting. Like, what? Just why? Why she strangle him? She's an old lady. Just
I don't know. There is a show Haunted that I was watching with Andrea, my sister, and Steven. And there was like this possessed lady on there. God, if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's crazy. It's in that episode was scary. Like,
I can't feel my foot.
your foot fell.
Ow! It looks swollen. Look at oh my god.
It's officially 3 a.m.
Ow.
And no, before you ask, it did it.
What?
Did you see that?
What?
Watch. The light starts blinking.
Yeah, doesn't that mean your phone's on?
I don't know. It doesn't look. You can't see it, and then you. And then it does.
It hurts so bad.
That's weird. I think that's only how it happens when two phones get really close to each other.
My whole phone's asleep. My whole leg's asleep.
But yeah, guys, it's 3 a.m. That video wasn't that scary, but if you guys want to see us react to scarier videos in the future, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment in the description if you want to see more videos with Adelina. Comment in the description. Comment.
Ow. It hurts so bad.
Make sure to comment down below if you want to see Adelina in more videos. And if you want us to react to scarier things or like go like to a haunted place or something, and we'll definitely have to check that out. But yeah, we're probably just gonna go to sleep right now, and we're gonna make more videos tomorrow. So yeah, you'll see her in the next few videos. So I'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah.
Wait, don't go to a hotel if there's a creepy person watching you.
And make sure the hotel key's not stolen before you stay there. Alright. Peace, guys.